In the years after the Great Darkness, in the mid-21st century, civilization struggled to survive, with most people living underground. With the demise of metaphysical mathematics, quantum electromagnetism now rules this new world. This was the start of a new age of enlightenment, fostered by innovative entrepreneurs. King Industries is one such organization, which is financing research into dark energy with two of its laboratories, Nanotech Incorporated and the Nico Institute, both in competition with each other to be the first to make dark energy visible. One man pushing the boundaries of research at nanotech is MACBETH.
Max, are you ready?
We've tried this experiment too many times, just to fail again. I'm hoping that the new nano lenses and the reprogrammed setup will work this time.
As you say, Max, we've tried everything, but we must succeed this time, or we will have to give up.
When should we meet again? We'll meet when the battle between Nanotech and Nicola is over, when one side has won and the other side has lost. That will happen before sunset. Where should we meet? Let's do it on the open ground at the Nanotech laboratory. We will meet MACBETH there.
Max, the system is up to full power, ready when you are.
Here goes. Flux field to full power. Countdown to beam pulse. 3, 2, 1. On. Return beam on, now. Banks. Look at the display. I can see the dark energy. It's like an aura around everything. We can see it, at last.
Terrific, we've done it. We've really done it.
I must call Eliza, and tell her of our success. I knew we could do it.
Make your call. And I will call President King's man, Lennox, and tell him of our success. Then we can go and see President King and celebrate the good news.
Eliza. Great news, my love. We have succeeded where others have failed. We illuminated and made visible the dark energy, so long spoken about, but never seen, until today.
Well done, my love.
I travel now, with Banks to see Duncan King, and to celebrate our success. I'll tell you of my return. Farewell for now. I love you.
Who is this man? Judging from his appearance, I think he has some news.
This is Lennox, one of your communications officers. Tell the President what news you bring.
Mr. President, I come with great news. MACBETH from Nanotech has succeeded in finally making dark energy visible. ISCO scientist Owen Banks has just texted me from their laboratory. They're both on their way here now.
Fantastic news. What a clever man. And who is this?
It's Ross, Ethan, Max's half-brother.
His eyes seem frantic. He looks like someone with a strange tale to tell.
Mr. President, I bring grave news.
Where have you come from, Ross Ethan?
I have come directly from the Nikola Institute, where everything is in great turmoil. The Vice President has been caught red-handed, passing vital information to the rival contestants.
This cannot be. Tell me more.
The Nikola Institute have him in their custody, together with all the documents and money. He will be taken to a secure location.
The Vice President will never betray me again. Go and announce that he will be relieved of all his duties, and tell Max Ethan that all the Vice President's titles will now be given to him.
I'll get it done right away.
The Vice President has lost what Max Ethan has won.
I've been thinking. Dark energy seems to permeate all organic matter and give it life. If the new lens makes the invisible visible, then maybe the opposite might work as well. I have some miniaturized versions with the latest lenses already fitted. Let's see what happens if I turn the ray on you.
Be very careful, Max. I don't want to disappear.
Okay. Okay, I'll turn the power right down. There. Now let's see. Good grief, you won't believe what I can see. It's like a human aura radiating out of your body. Now, try it on me.
Wow, this is unbelievable. Is there some way we can use this effect?
Well, basically, it's a modified anti-phase interrometer. I'm sure that with one positive and one negative, used together, they would neutralize the human aura, and maybe completely shut down a human body as well. So, you would have to be very, very careful, even at low power.
He will soon be here. He has been most successful. Yes, very successful. He is here. Max Ethan has come. Max Ethan, come to us now.
How far is it to the King building from here?
I have never seen a day that was so good.
What are these creatures? They're so withered looking, and crazily dressed. They don't look like they belong on this planet, but I see them standing here, on Earth. Are you alive? Can you answer questions? You seem to understand me, because each of you has put a gruesome finger to your lips. You look like women, but I'm not sure that you really are.
Speak, if you can. What kind of creatures are you?
Greetings. Max Ethan, CEO at Nanotech. Greetings. Max Ethan, Vice President of King Industries. Greetings, Max Ethan, who will be President of King Industries.
Max, why do you look so startled and afraid of the things they're saying? Tell me honestly, are you illusions, or are you really what you seem to be? You've greeted my friend with honors and talk of a future so glorious that you've made him speechless. But you don't say anything to me. If you can see the future and say how things will turn out? Tell me, now.
Greetings. 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 You are lesser than Max, but also greater.
You are not as happy as Max, yet much happier.
Your descendants will be presidents, even though you will not be one yourself.
Wait, you only told me part of what I want to know. Stay and tell me more. But how can you call me the Vice President of King Industries while he still lives? Tell me, where did you learn these strange things with this prophetic greeting? Speak.
Where did they disappear to?
Into thin air. I wish they had stayed longer.
Were these things we're talking about really here, or are we both on drugs?
Your children will be presidents.
You will be the president of King Industries.
Isn't that what they said?
That's exactly what they said. Who is this?
It's my brother, Ross, and Angus.
President King was happy to hear of your success, Max.
President King sent us to give you his thanks and to bring you to him.
And to give you a taste of what is in store for you. He told me to call you Vice President. So greetings, Mr. Vice President. That title now belongs to you.
Can this be the truth?
The Vice President is still alive. Why are you giving me his title?
The man who was the Vice President is still alive, but he's been removed from office. But his treason, to which he has confessed, means he is finished.
It's just as they said. Now I am the Vice President of King Industries. And the best part of what they predicted is still to come. Thank you for the news. Aren't you beginning to hope that your children become presidents?
If you trust what they say, you might be on your way to becoming president of King Industries. Gentlemen, I'd like to have a word with you, please.
So far, they have told me 2 things that came true. Therefore it seems this will culminate in my becoming president. Thank you, gentlemen. This supernatural temptation doesn't seem a bad thing, but it can't be good either. But if this is a good thing, why do I find myself thinking about murdering Duncan King? A thought so horrifying that it makes my hair stand on end.
Look at Max. He's in a daze.
If Fate wants me to be president, then perhaps Fate will just make it happen, and I won't have to do anything.
Max is not used to his new title. They are like new clothes. They don't fit until you break them in over time. Max, we're ready when you are.
I must call Eliza again. Eliza. My love, I have to tell you the strangest thing. As we left the building, 3 strange creatures greeted me. First as CEO of Nanotech, second as Vice President, and lastly as President of King Industries. Before I could question them further, they vanished. And then Ross, my half-brother, with his brother Angus, arrived. Only to confirm that I was indeed Vice President, and Duncan King wanted to see me at once. Maybe this prophecy is starting to come true. Farewell for now, my love.
You are now the Vice President, and you're going to be President of King Industries, just like you were promised. But I worry about whether or not you have what it takes to seize the position. You are too full of the milk of human kindness to strike aggressively at your first opportunity. You want to be powerful, and you don't lack ambition, but you don't have the mean streak that these things call for. The things you want to do like a good man. You don't want to cheat, yet you want what doesn't belong to you. There's something you want, but you're afraid to do what you need to do to get it. You want it to be done for you. Hurry home, my love, so I can persuade you and talk you out of whatever's keeping you back. After all, fate and prophecy both seem to want you to be president of King Industries.
I beg your pardon, I was distracted. Let's go to see Duncan King. Think about what happened today, and when we've both had time to consider things, let's talk.
Absolutely.
Until then, we've said enough. Let's go, my friends.
Has the former vice president been dismissed yet? Haven't the people in charge of that come back to you?
Father, they haven't come back yet, but I spoke with someone who saw him openly confess his treason. He begged for forgiveness and repented deeply.
There is no way to read a man's mind by looking at his face. I trusted the vice president completely. My worthy cousin, just this moment, I was feeling guilty for not having thanked you enough. You have done so much for me that it has been impossible to reward you properly. All I can say is that I owe you more than I can ever repay.
The opportunity to serve you is its own reward. Your only duty, cousin, is to accept what we give you. Our duty to you and your company is like the duty of children to their father.
You are welcome here. By making you vice president, I have planted the seeds of a great career for you, and I will make sure they grow. Owen Banks, you deserve no less than Max, and everyone should know it.
Then, if I accomplish anything great, it will be a credit to you.
My joy is so overwhelming, it brings tears to my eyes. My sons, relatives, and all those closest to me, I want you to witness that I will now bestow my empire on my eldest son, Malcolm. Today, I name him CEO of King Industries. And now, Max, let's go together to your home, where I will become even more obliged to you because of your hospitality.
I'm not happy unless I can be working for you. I will go ahead and bring my wife the good news that you are coming. I will be off now.
You're right, Owen Banks. Max is every bit as clever as you say. Let's follow after him, now he has gone ahead of us.
Malcolm is now the CEO of King Industries. To become president myself, I'm either going to have to step over him or give up, because he is in my way. Let no one see the terrible desires within me.
What news do you bring?
Duncan King is coming here tonight, and your husband has arrived.
Go and make preparations immediately. My husband brings great news. So, Duncan King is coming here, where he will die. Come, you spirits that assist murderous thoughts and fill me from head to toe with deadly cruelty. thicken my blood so I won't feel remorse, so that no human compassion can stop my evil plan, or prevent me from accomplishing it. Vice President, and soon to become President, of King Industries, your message has transported me from the present moment, and has made me feel like the future is already here.
My dearest love, Duncan King is on his way here now. He will be staying here tonight.
And when is he leaving?
He plans to leave tomorrow.
That day will never come. Your face betrays strange feelings, and people will be able to read it like a book. Greet Duncan King with a welcoming expression in your eyes and your words. You should look like an innocent flower, but be like the snake that hides beneath. Let me handle tonight's preparations, because tonight will change every night and day for the rest of our lives.
We will speak about this further.
We arrive at last. This house is in a pleasant place.
Max's car has beaten us here. He must have driven like a madman.
But here is our hostess. Sometimes my arrival can be inconvenient, but they still accept it.
Everything we're doing for you is nothing compared to the honors you have brought to our family. We gladly welcome you as our guests.
Where is Max Ethan, our new vice president? We followed closely after him, and I hoped to arrive here before him. But he drives swiftly, and he beat us here. Fair Eliza, we are your guests tonight.
We are your servants, Duncan King, and, as always, our house, and everything in it, is at your disposal.
Bring me to my host, Max Ethan, whenever you're ready, Eliza.
If this business would really be finished when I did the deed, then it would be best to get it over with quickly. Duncan King trusts me in 2 ways. First of all, I am his kinsman, so I should always try to protect him. Second, I am his host, so I should be closing the door in his murderer's face, not trying to murder him myself. The only thing motivating me is ambition, which makes people rush ahead of themselves towards disaster.
He has almost finished his dinner. Why did you leave the dining room?
Has he asked for me?
Of course he did.
We can't go on with this plan. Duncan King has just honored me, and I have earned the good opinion of many people. I want to enjoy these honors, and not throw them away so soon.
Were you drunk when you seemed so hopeful before? Have you gone to sleep and woken up in fear of this idea?
Please, stop. I dare to do only what is proper for a man to do. He who dares to do more is not a man at all.
When you dared to do it, that's when you were a man. Now, the time and place are just right, but they are almost too good for you. I have suckled a baby, and I know how sweet it is to love the child at my breast. But even as the baby was smiling up at me, I would have plucked my nipple from its mouth and smashed its brains out against a wall if I had sworn to do that. The same way you have sworn to do this.
But if we fail,
Then we fail. If you get your courage up, we can't fail. When Duncan is asleep, I will get his bodyguards so drunk that their memory will go up in smoke. When they lie asleep, what won't you and I be able to do to the unguarded Duncan? And whatever we do, we can lay all the blame on those drunken men.
Once, we have covered the 2 bodyguards with blood, and used their daggers to kill. Won't people believe that they were the culprits?
Who could think it happened any other way? We will be grieving loudly when we hear that Duncan has died.
Now, I am decided, and I will exert every muscle in my body to commit this crime. Go now, and pretend to be a friendly hostess. Hide what you know is in your false evil heart.